Well, hello there, and thank you for joining us here at Coolest Life. My name is Tony, and I'm here at Point Isabel Lodge number 33 in Port Isabel, Texas. Way down south here. We're actually not far from South Padre. It's only about like a mile that way or 2 miles that way. But it's a little cool today. It's been raining for a few days, but come on here with me. We're going to take a look at this lodge, and I'm getting like a little schoolgirl because I hear they're doing some degree work. So I'm looking forward to it. I've never been to this lodge. I've never done any degree work. I think it's just a fellowcraft, but we're going to see. We're going to go inside here. So come along with me. Good. And if you like videos like this, and be sure to check out the other videos that we have that are on Masonic buildings from around the country. So come on in, let's go and meet these brothers. Just entered the Coolest Life, Masonic Edition. So we are back here in the kitchen right now. It's not a real big kitchen because this is just it. And it's actually here in the plaza, and they do have some items here on the wall. They got no dining area to speak of because no items in the wall. They got some new ones in the hallway, but this lodge was only chartered in 2008. It's probably the youngest, actually the second youngest lodge I've ever been to. The youngest one was Harry S. Truman, which was chartered in 2010 that I ever went to in Kansas City. But this one here, they actually had a dispensation to be chartered from way back in the 1800s, but it never got put through, and then it just sat. But these brothers found it and decided they wanted to charter a lodge, so that's exactly what they did. Is they had this lodge here chartered in 2008. So their wall of past masses, which you're going to see on the wall in the main room in just a minute, is very short. All right, and just inside here, the front door, which is that front door, which I really like there. They got the markings there on their glass. Got a sign-in book, and this is not a huge lodge at all. As we go in, you don't see any, there's no door knockers here. But this is the main lodge room. I actually just had a degree, and people are starting to leave. And this is our senior warden station here. You can see this has got a little bit of age to it. This here is actually probably older than the lodge is. But actually, a lot of these artifacts are typically, when you have a lodge as young as this one here is, you're going to get items that were donated from previous lodges from other districts. And so that's my guess is that's what this is, because that's definitely born 10 years old. Yeah, I've always got a square up there. Furniture here. Don't know what that is. Could be a sprig of acacia. Never know. How about that? That's definitely true to form, huh? It's nice. It's a little smaller than a basketball, but just barely. A totally different color base. It's actually a black base. Don't see that a whole lot. Normally, bases are either wood color or they're gold. So. I really like the size of this. That's a piece of steel, and it's huge. It's 3.5 feet tall, I'd say. Really cool. Some of you brothers know what this is. They actually got one in that back room. This piece here, you don't see this. And there's an extra column there, an extra podium and some pictures. And here's some of the newer ones that they have. So they would actually explain some of the degree work with these. Typically today and age, they will use if we've got a TV screen like the one there in the corner, they'll use it instead of these. These are more for decorations. Other lodges actually use these through the degree. They'll actually describe what's going on. I really like the sconces here on the side. It's really nice. All right, we rushed everybody out of here really quick. I like the camera because the TV not only doubles as the secretary being able to do stuff, but it's also a security camera. That's nice. You don't see that much. And I like the fact, like that other lodge we were in, they actually helped them run the meeting a little bit through this, because they could, like if they're going to vote on somebody, they could actually put the person's name up there on the up on the TV screen. Hopefully more and more, that's something you could pick up for your own home lodge. I noticed that they've got an ashlar here. This looks like the rough ashlar, but this really looks like the rough ashlar, and this is probably the roughest ashlar I've ever seen. Typically, you find them that are roughed up, that are already got a shape to them, kind of like that. It's kind of rough. It's not smooth. So you got your rough ashlar and your smooth ashlar there. So that's typically what you find. You don't normally find them quite that rough there. And this has definitely got some age on it too.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if it matches.
Yeah.
I don't know if it matches the altar or not. We'll take a look at the altar in a minute.
Okay.
The G here definitely does not illuminate because it's
Okay.
maybe someone's wife made that one or something, but they've got a light here to the side that actually shoots on that and illuminates. They also have the Texas flag here, as Texans do. They do a Pledge of Allegiance, and they honor the Texas flag. I notice this is probably the first time I've seen a charter here completely covered. Typically, you see these that have got a maybe just a drape over the top, but not completely covered. But they do that when they're in mourning. Basically, it's for the loss of a brother. Sometimes some lodges will do that all year. Sometimes it's just one day that they'll do that, but they've got that covered. You don't see that. And this is their list of past masters you see here on the wall, and you see it's kind of short, as I mentioned before, because they were just charted in 2010. So there's not going to be a whole lot of past masters there. I will say this: they're going to run out of room really quick with the size of those frames, but it's going to take them some time. It really will. You can see the podium here for the junior warden. Got his column standing up like that. He's actually got a 24-inch gauge over here. Huh, interesting. What else I want to say? I'm pretty much talked all about that. Oh, I want to say one more thing here. You can see how he's got this, it's pointed up. Love that it's pointed up just like it is on his apron. And he's actually got a real good size. I saw a large gavel when we first started this, and then I started looking at the other gavels on the other warden stations, and they're not nearly that large. Now, this of course is their altar here, and I like the cover they got here. Yeah, it's definitely got a little bit of age on it. That's nice. I like that. I like that cover, but it actually made it to fit and everything. And Bible here. Okay, so this is definitely Masonic Bible. You see King Solomon's Temple. We see that familiar picture there. And we got the presidents listed here. And of course, George Washington. And we saw this picture of George Washington at that other lodge where it's got this, instead of the rounded chair behind him, it's got the pointed chair. You don't see that one very often. Normally you see his rounded chair that you would see in DC. But that's it there. Great condition. They've also got the lesser lights here set to one side. And as customary in Texas, you've got the Tyler sword here at the altar. You don't typically find that in a lot of other jurisdictions. Normally the Tyler sword is either in the east or it's actually outside the outer door. So if you're in way down South Texas, I mean South Texas, like South Padre Island down there in the corner, come visit Isabel Lodge. They're the closest lodge to South Padre Island that I've seen. So come on down here and visit these brothers. They'll welcome you like they did me, which was a great welcome. And maybe if you're lucky, they'll have degree work like we did. Degree work was excellent. Had some real good ritualists in this degree work, because you can definitely tell when you see a lot of degree work, some guys that really know the work, and they've definitely got a few in this lodge. No question that we're here tonight doing the work. But this is Isabel Lodge number 33 in Port Isabel. So this is Point Isabel Lodge number 33 in Port Isabel, because this community used to be known as Point Isabel, but that was long ago, and now they're called Port Isabel. But anyway, place has got a lot of history to it, the whole community down here. Come visit these brothers, and maybe you can be out here living the coolest life. Masonic edition.